Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum dear student. Today I will teach you about the thyroid gland, which is very important gland, and it number of thyroid metabolic hormones, and the effect of these hormones are about all tissues of the body. First of all, we look on anatomy of the thyroid gland. So thyroid is an endocrine gland situated in the root of the neck on either side of the trachea. It has two lobes which are connected in the middle by the isthmus. It weighs about 20 to 40 grams in adult. Thyroid is larger in female than in male. Its hormone increase metabolic rate of the body. Thyroid gland is composed of large number of the closed follicle filled with the secretory substance called the colloid. In between these follicles there are also a parafollicular cells that secrete calcitonin. Thyroid receives very rich blood supply. As you can see in the figure, thyroid gland is composed of large number of closed follicles. Histologically, it is lined with the cuboidal epithelial cells. These follicles are lined with cuboidal epithelium are called the follicular cells. Follicular cavity is filled with colloid substance called as thyroglobulin, which is secreted by the follicular cells. Follicular cells also secrete two important hormones, which are tetraiodothyronine and the triiodothyronine. In between the follicle, the parafollicular cells are present. These cells secrete the calcium. So, there are three types of the hormone which are secreted by the thyroid gland. These are number 1 tetraiodothyronine, also called as thyroxine, number 2 triiodothyronine, number 3 calcitonin. What is the chemistry and how it is potent? So both T3 and T4 are iodine containing derivatives of amino acid tyrosine. T4 form 93% of total secretion of metabolic hormones and 7% triiodothyronine. T3 is about 4 times more potent as compared to the T4. Duration of action: T3 acts for longer period of time than the T3. So how these hormones are synthesized? For the synthesis of these hormones that take place in the thyroid follicles, we need iodine and the tyrosine and amino acids are essential for the formation of thyroid hormones. Iodine, it is consumed through diet, converted into iodide and absorbed from the GIT. As compared to the tyrosine, it is also consumed through diet and absorbed from the GIT. For the synthesis of normal quantity of hormone, approximately 1 mg per week or 50 mg per year iodine is required. To prevent iodine deficiency, common salt is iodized with 1 part of the sodium iodide to every 100,000 part of the sodium chloride. Both the iodine deficiency and iodine excess inhibit the thyroid function. So, we can see in detail how the synthesis of hormones can take place. There are different steps or stages involved in the synthesis of thyroid hormones. These are as number 1 thyroglobulin synthesis, iodide trapping or iodine pump, number 3 oxidation of the iodide ion, number 4 iodination of the tyrosine or organification of the thyroglobulin, number 5 is the coupling reaction. So number 1, Thyroglobulin synthesis, endoplasmic reticulum and Golgi operators in follicular cell of the thyroid gland synthesize and secrete the thyroglobulin. Each molecule of thyroglobulin contains 70 tyrosine amino acids. They are the major substrate that combine with iodine to form the thyroid hormones. Thus, thyroid hormone found within thyroglobulin molecules. So how these are synthesized? For this purpose, the iodine is transported. From where this iodine comes? As I told you, the iodide ingested orally or absorbed from the GIT tract into the blood. It's about the same manner as the chloride. Most of the iodide are rapidly excreted by the kidney, but only after about 1/5 are selectively removed from the circulating blood by the cells of thyroid gland and used for the synthesis of thyroid hormones. So second step is the iodide trapping. Iodide is transported actively from the blood into the follicular cell against the electrochemical gradient by the process of iodide. You can see in the figure, the first stage in the formation of thyroid hormone is transport of iodide from the blood into the thyroid glandular, follicular, glandular cells and follicle. The basal membrane of thyroid cell has a specific ability to pump the iodide actively to the interior of cell. This pumping is achieved by the action of sodium iodide synthoter, which co-transport one iodide ion along with two sodium ions across the basolateral membrane into the cell. The energy for transporting iodide against a concentration gradient comes from the sodium-potassium adenosine triphosphate or sodium-potassium ATPase, which pumps sodium out of the cell, thereby establishing a low intracellular sodium concentration and a gradient for facilitated diffusion of sodium into the cell. This process of concentrating the iodide in the cell is called iodide trapping. In a normal gland, the iodide pump concentrates the iodide to about 30 times its concentration in the blood. When the thyroid gland becomes maximally active, this concentration ratio can rise to as high as 250 times. The rate of iodide trapping by the thyroid is influenced by the several factors. The most important of these is the concentration of thyroid stimulating hormone. Thyroid stimulating hormones and hypophysiectomy greatly decrease the activity of iodide pump into the thyroid cells. So, in this diagram, in this flow chart, you can see the thyroid cellular mechanism for iodine transport, thyroxine and triiodothyronine formation, and thyroxine and triiodothyronine release into the blood. The diiodothyronine, DIT, and the E for endoplasmic reticulum, and this is how the first the monoiodotyrosine is formed, then diiodothyronine, then T3 triiodothyronine and reverse T3 and the thyroxine, and finally the thyroxine will be formed and stored in the form of a thyroglobulin. And how these hormones are stored. So storage of thyroid hormone after synthesis, thyroid hormone remain in the form of vesicle within the thyroglobulin. Each thyroglobulin molecule contains 30 molecules of thyroxine and a few T3 molecules. There is also an average of 1 triiodothyronine molecule for every 10 molecules of thyroxine. In combination with thyroglobulin, thyroid hormone can be stored for several months. It is the only endocrine gland that can store its hormone for a long period of about 4 months. Thyroid gland is usual among endocrine glands in its ability to store large amount of the for a longer period of the rate of secretion of the thyroid hormone. Thyroid cells are the protein secreting granular cells. The thyroid 80 to 90 thyroxine is the 80 to 90 microgram, triiodothyronine 4 to 5 microgram, and reverse T3 1 to 2 microgram. Transport of thyroid hormones. Thyroid hormones are transported in the blood in combination with 3 types of the plasma protein. Number 1, thyroxine binding globulin, thyroxine binding prealbumin, or the transthyretin albumin. The release of thyroid hormone to the tissues. How can it take place? Affinity of plasma binding protein for thyroid hormone is high, so these are released to tissue cells slowly. So half-life for the thyroxine or T4 is 6 to 7 days, and for the T3 it is 10 to 24 hours. In the target tissues or cells, they bind with intracellular proteins. They are again stored, but this time in the target cell themselves, and they are used slowly over a period of days or weeks. So T4 has a longer latent period as compared to the T3. What is the latent period? A prolonged period of action of the T3 and T4 are caused by their binding with protein both in the plasma and in the tissue cells. Circulating T3 and T4 are metabolized in the liver and the tissue. So this is all about the structure and hormones of the endocrine glands and how they are synthesized. And this is assignment for you. Give the steps involving in the synthesis of thyroxine. And number 2, the write short note on iodide trapping and transport of thyroid hormone, how it can take place. So done these assignments and send it to my account. Thank you. I hope you will understand today's lecture.